Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, afternoon to you.
So, just on 1 minute, let us be ready for the session. So, in one simple definition, how do you guys understand the meaning of leadership? In just one statement, how do you understand what if I tell you, tell me what is leadership? How can you describe leadership in one statement? You can feel free to speak or even share it in the chat box. Yes, please. You can feel free to share. All right. So, leadership, just in a simple definition, it is the ability. Okay. I think leadership is all about influence. Yeah, sure. So, leadership is more of inspiring and influencing others. That's right. Another one. Okay. So, leadership, it is the ability of one to take the responsibility to influence, to take action towards a common goal or towards a common mission. As you see, this Young Africans Network, we are trying to build the future together. So that is the mission that we have. We want to empower young Africans with relevant skills such as public speaking skills, communication skills, and also accessing the opportunities. So that is a mission that is there. So throughout this session, you're going to understand leadership and self leadership, then personal responsibility, then leading without a title, and also effective communication, which is influence, as one of you commented. So we need all of us to understand that leadership is not about title, but it's about taking responsibility. Okay. So we are going to, this session is more of interactive. We are all leaders. Where you are, there is an initiative or you are doing something. That is leadership. So leadership begins on the inside. Before you guide others, you must first learn to guide yourself. There is personal discipline that you as an individual you need to have. You need to showcase so that others can say that this is a good leader. There are characters that a good leader portray: leadership skills, communication skills, uh, the ability to influence, the ability to lead people towards a common goal. So before you influence others, you need to first have your personal discipline. You need to influence. This is the ability to guide thoughts, behaviors, and also outcomes, not just having a title. Yeah. In where you are, maybe you are a student, maybe you are a lecturer somewhere, maybe you are a founder, or maybe leading an organization. You need first to have discipline. As we end this session, one key things we need to train ourselves. How are you going to be disciplined? How are you going to control yourself? Time management. A good leader knows how to maintain time, knows how to finish task at the given time. So leadership, you need to practice it. It's not a trait. Not all of us are born to be leaders, but we need to make it a practice. People confuse, or majority confuse leadership that you need to have a title, or maybe you're called a MCA, or maybe you're called president, maybe you're called a founder. No, leadership itself is a different thing. So we need to have self-motivation, the skills that builds, not gifts you are born with. So we are going to understand the inner engine of every effective leader. So a good leader, you must make choices. There are other times that you as individual you need to make choices. A good leader analyzes. For example, you need to there is you are leading an organization. There are people who are suggesting a particular point, others are suggesting a particular point. You as a leader, people are disagreeing with two common views or ideas. You as a leader, you must be in a position of making choices and decision to analyze who is right, who is wrong. So, being a leader, you must be willing to bear the choices. You must be willing to uh, to make decision, hard decisions. There are times you need to work under pressure, making decision at a very fast pace, at a very limited time. So, as we proceed, we need to understand what is self-discipline. So self-discipline is not about restriction, but it's about the direction. You know you are a student, you know you are a parent, or you know you are a founder or a volunteer somewhere. That self-discipline, the discipline that you know this time at 11 a.m. I need to do this. That's where leadership comes from. Taking the responsibility, taking the action. So self-discipline, it is a skill. So like any skill, it is built through repetition and practice, not something you are or either don't have. So, and also we need to understand that it is about alignment, self discipline. Discipline leaders align their daily habits with their values and also long term goals, not just immediate comfort. So, as we lead our initiatives, or you as a student, taking that responsibility that now I'm supposed to be doing maybe mathematics, now I'm supposed to do maybe chemistry, or maybe if you are an accountant somewhere, I'm supposed to be doing A, B, C. So, that is self discipline. So, the next thing we are going to talk about it is the personal responsibility. So, people or majority of us youth, we normally have a victim that it is not my fault. No one told me. Like we have a lot of excuses. We as youth, it is time to do uh, something, but you still have the time to complain that I was too busy in the morning, so I didn't do this and do this. So we need to avoid, or we need to eradicate this issue of complaining. That is not leadership. So if you want to be a good leader, you must take the responsibility, ownership. What could I have done differently? Okay, people make mistakes. If you're a leader, there are times, if or maybe you are a member of some organization, all of us are humans. So that's staying at one point complaining about something that happened, it won't take us anywhere. Like for example, now there's this issue of climate change in, like it's affecting the world actually, and this issue of unemployment. Majority of us or youth, we learn, but now when it comes to unemployment, we don't get it. There's no one who will give you job, who will come at your home place and tell you, AB, come take this job. Nowhere in this earth that we will benefit from that. So for you to change yourself, you must be able to for example, this unemployment. As youth, we can take the responsibility of uh, researching how can we be able to use our available resources to create employment to so many youths. If you have an idea, you have an innovation, like an innovative idea. Not all of us study, it's where you will end up for. So you have a degree, maybe in veterinary medicine, for example. Don't stay there because the world is changing every now and then. Try to look for soft skill, communication skills, problem solving skills. Okay. So before we proceed, who can lead? believes is a leader based on where you are. You can say, for example, me, I can say, a good leader to me is someone who manage time. I want to open this forum for anyone. Thank you. We are not in a class, we are sharing ideas. So maybe one habit of a good leader that you as an individual you believe that someone can adapt, maybe a takeaway from someone.
Good evening, sir. I think a good leader is someone who can lead his or herself first.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Committing. That is commitment of time. Another person? Yes, Miss Maureen.
Okay. Also, hello.
Yes, please.
Okay. Also, a good leader is self-motivated. That even if no one is there to encourage him, even in the time of difficulty, he's supposed to encourage himself, to motivate himself towards achieving the goal, even if there are some distractions and other things that may weaken that journey.
Good. Another last person, Miss Maureen. Maureen
Yes.
Achi.
Okay, thank you for that opportunity. I believe a good leader is someone who inspires others. Those who look upon him or her, they are inspired to be like him or her. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Another person who I'm leaving, Meresi. You can mute, Meresi.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, my regards to you all. Based on my side, I think there are so many attributes of a good leader. Perhaps there is also being an initiator. A good leader is somebody who initiates the uninitiated things and then leads the lead in order to attain it. Thank you.
Good. The last person, Yasin Ali Muhammad.
Yes, yes, please. I could say that a good leader is someone who demonstrate resilience, persistency, and also have integrity and honesty.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for showing and sharing how him or she feels about a good leader. So we need to be uh, innovative. We need to take the responsibility. So, 4 habits of self-disciplined leaders. First, you must clarify your priorities. There are sometimes that the people you are leading, they will come with different. Maybe you're leading 8 people. Person A will come with one idea. Maybe want his or her view to be considered. Person B will come with a different idea. Person C will come. And remember, you also have your task as an individual that you already plan. So, being a good leader, you must first clarify your priorities. Know what matters most. Write down your top 3 priorities weekly and make decision throughout that lens. Maybe this one has come now, right? So, focus on what you plan now, what you already plan at that time. When you finish, go to the side. There are some activities. I talked about you're doing veterinary medicine. So the main course is veterinary medicine, but you can also decide to take some short courses, maybe in animal production, or maybe you're taking in computer engineering or anything. The passion, what can makes you different, because after all of us are going to graduate, or maybe you have graduated, all of you have the same degree. So how are you going to be unique from person A to person B? Take some short courses, build yourself, then build consistent routines on your own time, guard your schedule. Okay, slogan. Okay, thank you. So, on your time, guard your schedule deliberately? If yes, to one, and also learn to say no. It doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be a leader, but you as an individual, there are times that you need to say no. Yes, you cannot be good to everyone. You need to understand that. You cannot be accepted in every environment. Environment A will accept you, environment B will not. But you be yourself, learn to say no, learn to say yes. So there are barriers that we youths we have, or even our parents, even our lecturers. This procrastination. You plan that in the morning as a student, in the morning I will do mathematics. It comes in the morning, you say, I will do later. Let me tell you, everyone who is listening to me, for sure you won't come back. I'm one of the suspect there. There's sometimes, okay, I'm a student. There's some activities I plan to do. But when it comes that time, I say, I will do it later. That later, you find another activity have come. What is the end results? I will not do that thing. So, perfectionism. You don't need to be perfect, totally perfect. We are human, but you can try. I talked about climate action, climate change. There, that climate change is a big topic, but there are action that you can try to change. You cannot change everything. Even if you are advocating, maybe you are an SDG advocate, Sustainable Development Goals advocate. There are 17 of them. You cannot solve all of them, but you need to take one. Maybe quality education, maybe zero hunger. Let us avoid excuses. Let us avoid uh, distraction, things that can distract you from your academics or maybe at the job scenario. What can distract you? Just be yourself. Maybe if I don't forget, if the student in high school here or maybe in university, we have this thing of peer pressure. Someone will tell you do some action A. Maybe he has been doing it, he's used to it. So if you don't say no to what you prioritize or yes to what you prioritize, we are not we still remain the same. So, and that's why Young Africans Network is here with us. We are trying to build the future together. So how to break through? Break tasks into 5 minutes micro action. Start before you feel ready. There is no right time, but the right time is now. Done, improve, repeats. Once you're done with the small action, climate action, you talked about that one earlier. There are a lot of things you can avoid, that you can do as individual to prevent that by maybe planting trees, maybe collecting litters and garbages, right? So you start with what you can as per that time. So don't wait to feel motivated. Act fast, then motivation will follow. There are sometimes we students we face academic stress, but that is general. We can try to break through it. Not all everything is hard in academics. There are some content you understand, of which that is a tick. Say thank you from that. Then, what do you feel that you have a challenge? It is general. Now comes to the subtopic inside. You will end up when you try to solve these subtopics, combination of them, you will end up solving one problem. So my commitment for me. So the one habit I will build for me, okay, I want this also to be an open session. So one habit that I want to do as a student. So I want to be waking up. Take this scenario, everyone. I want to be waking up at 8, do my stuffs, preparation of going to class. Then at 9, I attend lectures. Then I plan myself. Like I move with what I already planned. So before the day comes, plan earlier. Make tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow Thursday, what am I going to do? So the situation, uh, you as an individual, you need to have a plan, have a study timetable, or the plan that you have for the week. So you can feel free to share also in your chat box what this week you are going to prioritize, or what's your plan. So the situation of this leadership, let me accept someone. Just a minute. Okay. So how are you going to respond to this issue of taking responsibility? There is no right time. That's one thing I will have to emphasize through this section, through this session. There is no right time, but the right time is now. So real influence does not come from a business card. I want us to understand that. Real influence doesn't come from a business card. Your small action, your small deeds, what you do every morning or what you do every day, it can influence others. You are good in doing some these 21st century skills, maybe writing email. You know how to write email. Taking that responsibility of teaching someone, this is not a professional email. Maybe this is not how to present yourself in social media. When you try to influence them, just you do it first. You cannot influence others, and you as an individual, you have not taken the action. So lead from where you stand, then also set examples. All of us who are here, we have siblings who depend on us. We need to create the standards, the boundaries. We need to create uh, a level for them to fight. They will say, hey, Joseph reached here. Who am I to give up now? No, I must be higher than him or higher than she. So you find that when you are leading some organization, or maybe you are a mentor, or maybe you are a lecturer, when you set example to your students, they will strive to reach where you are. So leadership is not about being in charge, it's about taking care of those in your charge. That is a statement that was said by Simon Sinek. Leadership is not about being in charge, but it's about taking care of those in your charge. Who are I talked about earlier? You are a father, you have kids, they are looking up to you. You are a lecturer, you have students. You are a founder, you have volunteers. So taking So it starts with a choice. Every day you choose whether you take initiative. Don't wait for permission, but act. It's about behavior, not rank. How you treat people, how you show up when it's hard, how do you handle conflict resolution strategies. As a leader, learn to understand, learn to include everyone. Inclusivity. Whenever you are, there are people with persons with disability. You are a leader of an organization. How are you including, making sure that all people or the person with disability, refugees, are being accommodated in your place? Okay, so influence is about relationally. People follow those they trust. As a leader, be trustful, be a person with integrity, consistency. Not that you started week one, uh, you started with maybe waking up in the morning at 8. Week two, it comes, you started shifting, waking up at 11 or maybe 10. That is not good. So you are going to lose trust with people who depends on you. If people people you are leading in the organization, they know that at 8 a.m. you normally send information. So when you start shifting, you comes now sending information at 12. You're already losing the trust that people have in you. So 5 ways to lead without a title. Number one, you need to take initiative. Don't wait to be asked. Okay, so invest in people. Ask how colleagues are doing. Celebrate their wins. You as a leader, offer help. If you don't If you can't assist, it doesn't mean in terms of money, but what even I'm doing now, I'm trying to invest in all of us here. So try to offer help what you know. Please remember how you made them feel long after they forget what you said. So be the standard and also build bridges, connect people, networking. The era that we are living now, you as a graduate or you as a student, try to build connection, network with who you are or where you are. Nowadays, I'm seeing we have a lot of social medias. Majority of us waste time there in TikTok, in Instagram, in LinkedIn. By the way, before maybe I finish and not forget, I need all of us who are attending this session, as we fill that attendance form that I shared earlier, maybe I can resend it. So as we fill that form, we need to ensure that we have LinkedIn. Nowadays, when you apply for opportunity, they will ask you, share your LinkedIn account. So have a LinkedIn, but don't make it dormant. We have a lot of people having 500 plus followers, but they don't keep it active. Engagement meaning that it doesn't mean to celebrate success that you have won this certificate, you have won what. No, 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 no. Just wake up in the morning, just write a simple statement. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to this and this. The people feeling this and this. You never know who is seeing you. Then also another thing I want to mention as we proceed, take care with what you post in the internet. Okay? The world is changing. That's where we are going, and AI is here with us. It's not here to replace us. So we should learn how we present ourselves in the media and also in the internet. So as we almost come to the end of our session, we need to reflect on this activity. So every leader casts a shadow. So the question is, what kind of shadow are you casting? Okay, we need to reflect this question. So what do people say about you when you are not in the room? Okay, you're saying you're a leader, but you go outside. What are people saying about you? What are people talking about you? Are you influencing others? Are you bringing issues in the room? What informal influence do you already have? And are you using it internationally, intentionally? So, who in your life is leading without a title right now? So, what can you learn from them? I need us to reflect to these questions, three questions. Maybe you can take a screenshot, or people who are in the group will receive it, or maybe, yeah, we will find a way to send it. Then, but for now, you can take a screenshot. I will open the session for interaction. So, what do people say about you? Who can feel free to raise the hand and talk about something? How people feel like you don't know. Okay, you cannot know how people places you or rank you, but learning from them, you will have to have a friend in that room. Yes. So I don't know if someone can share anything about these three questions as I share the link for attendance. Yes, please. You can unmute and just say something. Okay, attendance, it is already shared. Feel free to share your view. So as we come to the end of this session, so the commitment of not leading without a title. So the situation where I will lead without waiting for permission. These are activities that I think, how can you do about it? You can take screenshot. It's like an activity that you will do. So maybe I can make it easy. The situation where I will lead without waiting for permission. For example, the situation where I will lead without waiting for permission. I talked about climate action. I will talk about climate action. So, picking the litters, planting trees. Maybe you are advocating about quality education. That quality education won't be reached if you as an individual, you're not getting awareness. Reach to someone. There's a lot of families suffering outside there. Maybe he or she is your neighbor. Try to offer something, even if it's not money. But don't see someone going in a different direction. And yes, you can assist. So, one relationship I will intentionally invest this week. And lastly, the shadow I commit to casting from today. How do you want people to describe you when you are not in the room? For me, if maybe I'm answering this question, of which I love you to take a screenshot, the situation where I will lead without permission, climate action. I love climate. I know most of you might be asking, why am I emphasizing on climate? Climate action, climate change, it is one of the world's issue affecting us now, and we need to take this responsibility of solving it. So, one relationship I will intentionally invest this week. I will be planting 2 trees. I will be collecting litters from my surrounding. How do I want people to describe me in the room when I'm not there? I want people to say that I'm a good leader. How? I know how to solve problem. I know how to influence. I know how to communicate. So lastly, how you communicate determines how far your leadership can reach. In all these things that we have talked about, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, and now we are in topic 4, communication. How do you communicate? I mentioned earlier about social media. Be keen or be aware of what you post in the internet. You can communicate through pictures. You can communicate, maybe you record yourself. So there are a lot of ways in which, as youth or as maybe the parent who are joining us here, we can communicate, know how to communicate, listen to understand. Don't just come up, there's an issue coming, popping up in whatever you're leading. Just come up, you're already making conclusion, already shouting, already. No. Try to listen, try to understand the scenario, try to compare with what happened. Remember, not all everything you will solve them the same way. Maybe this time you solve it with strategies A. Another situation will come in a different way. You need to understand how you communicate, how you listen, make people inclusive, persons with disability. Okay, so whatever action you are doing, may I will always emphasize confidentiality and also inclusivity. Be inclusive. Okay, so influence through connection. I mentioned earlier there are a lot of NGOs, a lot of short courses, a lot of WhatsApp groups that are being created every now and then. Those groups that you are in, maybe you are in school, make it a place of connection, network. You never know who you are reaching or maybe you are approaching. Talk what is facing you. I cannot know that Jocelyn or Meshach or Vincent facing this challenge A. But wherever there's communication, Jocelyn have come to me, tell me, hello, I was doing this and this and this. I try to maybe study this topic, but I didn't understand. At least if I know, I can assist. But if the person have not come to me, how will I know? That's a question for us youth. Communicate. I will always emphasize communicate and know how to communicate. So most communication problems aren't about talking to title, they're about listening to title. So listening to reply, okay, your mind is already forming your response. You hear the words but missing the meaning. default. You just listen and reply immediately. No, we have three stages. Number one, level two, and level three. Level two, you listen to understand. You focus with what the speaker is talking about, the emotion, the tone. Have that curiosity to understand. Then level three, listening to connect. So you listen for what unsaid, the emotion beneath the words, the need behind the request. That's how trust is built. Okay? And remember, not all of these communication levels will work at each scenario. There's some scenario that needs action required. That one have an advantage and disadvantage. But if you can solve it, don't wait to say, wait, I will do it later. If you can solve that problem where you are now listening to me, solve it. Use your skills. Okay? Then in these skills that you are doing, that's where uh, I've seen some people looking for jobs and they're being asked, how many years of experience do you have? That small action that you're doing, you can include them there and say that I moved maybe a table from portion A, section A to section B. You did it with your classmate. Okay, so maybe you're applying for a job and they only need that experience, a person who knows how to move a table from point A to point B. So that volunteering, that taking small action, you can include them in the CV. So I don't want to take most of the time. So communication skills that build influence, you need to create clarity. Speak to be understood, not to impress. Doesn't mean to talk a lot of words, 3 pages or what, but speak what is needed to be spoken. Okay, and talk with clarity, empathy, lead with empathy, follow with logic. People need people who understood before they open to being persuaded. Okay, people love people who can listen, who can understand something before acting. Curiosity, ask better question when you're at a session. Ask question open minds that statement closed. What do you think? Maybe you're in class, you are in a discussion, make it, ask question, have that curiosity skill, follow through, close with clarity. Next step. So every conversation that matters should end with what was decided, what was done. Okay, so the pillars of influence. So influence is earned, not assigned. That one we need to understand. It's not assigned to you, but you need to influence. Here is how the most effective communication is built. Credibility, connection, conviction. These three things: credibility, connection, conviction. Three C's: credibility, connection, conviction. Credibility, you should know what you are talking about. Demonstrate that you know something. Admit that you don't know. Not all of us know everything. Even me, who I'm talking here, I don't know everything, but there's something that I know and I'm open to learn. So you need to be credible enough. You need to be open. So create connection here through this Young Africans Network. Make connection. It's open to everyone. It is free to everyone. What you need to do is just to understand the mission. If it aligns with you, create an account, be attending the session, make connection. Yes, this is a platform for us youth. We have 15 plus members coming from different countries. 113 members coming from different countries, 15 plus registered now. This is a platform for us youth. Okay, so conviction. You need to communicate why, purpose. Is it persuasive? Are you influencing others? Then as we end up, so communicating when it's hard. There are a lot of times that we are going to communicate at different times. It is hard to communicate, but acting, the abbreviation, act, acknowledge. Start by recognizing others' people, perspective, or emotion. I can see this has been frustrating for you. Okay? And acknowledge first. Understand. Then you start to clarify. Someone came to you today in the morning. I came late to class. Okay? I missed maybe biology class. The teacher didn't understand me, but he came me. So you as a class representative, you need first to acknowledge first. Know the reason why, what happens. Maybe it was because he or she didn't have money to come to school. That was maybe the reason for him to be delayed, to be late. Communicate. Also, be at the end of that conversation, ensure that you collaborate with her or him. What do you think we should do about this? Okay, question like that. So, the example that I gave you, he came late to class. So next time, how are you going to solve that issue so that it cannot repeat again? Okay. So last thing, this is just a reflection. My commitment, effective communication and influence. So the conversation I have been avoiding and will now have. So this is just a reflection of, maybe you can take a screenshot, you'll do it maybe after the session. So the listening level I will upgrade. Will it be level 1? Will it be level 2? Will it be level 3? I talked about you listen and act, you listen and understand, and you listen to influence or maybe to solve a problem. So the one pillar of influence I will invest most. Is it credibility? Is it connection? Is it conviction? We are not the same. You know yourself. First, understand yourself. Who am I? What can I do? Okay. So we are coming to the end of the session, which is session 1 of the leadership training. So number 1, we need to have self leadership. Lead yourself. You want to get a plane, or maybe you want to get whatever grade that you have, or maybe a GPA of 4.6 point or 5, whatever you want. You cannot start, maybe you are failing getting, I can use E or maybe F, you are getting F. You cannot jump from F to A. It's not possible. But you can move from F to maybe E, then E to C. It is a matter of time. Not everything will come at the time that you want it, but through persistence, through taking action, through taking responsibility, you're going to move. So self-discipline, we need to have it. At this time, I need to prioritize. I planned that I will wake up at 8, do ABC, prioritize, have the self-discipline, lead without a title, take action. We are coming from different parts of the country. Maybe you are in Rwanda, maybe you are in Ghana, maybe you're in Nigeria. Not every issue that is affecting Rwanda is affecting Kenya, or maybe in your community A. So look in your community, what can I start solving? Take that responsibility. There's no one who will come to solve that problem. Communication. All of us should understand how to communicate, either through our social media. Maybe you are meeting someone for the first time. Don't just come. You have been given a contact with someone. Just say, you have not even introduced yourself. You see, first introduce yourself. I am Joseph, maybe A, B, C. I am a student, this. I am reaching out to do this and this in one statement. We are moving in an era, maybe you are looking for a job. Don't come, hello, and disappear. No one will view that text. Then you'll start saying that maybe people are assuming my text. No, 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 no. How you communicate matters. Come up, you're meeting me for the first time, or meeting person A for the first time. Come with a clear message. I am this. Where am I coming from? I want what? Yes, because there are a lot of, maybe the person you're texting, he or she is receiving 1,000 or 100 messages per day. Coming from hello messages at hello sir, hello madam, it won't assist. All right. So we are going for the question and answer session. So, what is one leadership action I will take in the next 7 days? It's our responsibility. We need to move. Like for me, I'm going to take the action of the climate. I have analyzed, I've seen that climate is one of the issues that's affecting us. So throughout this week, I want to understand each area, each geographical area, what can I contribute? Take a moment, write your answer down, be specific. What action first? Be specific. Don't say youth empowerment. Okay, youth empowerment, where? Okay, so we have come to the end of our session. I will have to open the forum for anyone who has anything to say. You can share. Thank you. On behalf of the Young Africans Network, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, our facilitator, for such an insightful and impactful presentation. As we can all see, we are remained with few minutes, less than 3 minutes. So I would like to allow, if you have a question, just two questions, two priority questions. If you have a question, you can just raise up your hand. You can unmute, or you can drop the question in the chat box. We don't have time. Also, at the very same time, I would just like to tell you all the recording of this session will be shared in the group as well as in the website. So if you have got anything that you'd like to know more about Young Africans Network, about anything concerning about leadership or whatever.
Leadership. Thank you.
Hello, Deborah. Deborah, you can. You're welcome.
To go and also.
Your network is you are real unstable. We cannot get you properly.
Hi, Miss Deborah. You can maybe type because I'm not getting you. As we wait for her, maybe Miss Meresi or Meresi Nome, you can say something.
Thank you so much for giving me the time. Let me hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, yeah. There is one thing I would like to know more about. It's one of the traits of a leader. That's the part that talked about choice prioritization. In the explanation, you elaborated on how a leader should prioritize their choices despite the overwhelming choices of maybe the led. But now here the question is, what if like I'm a leader now, I decide prioritization, right? Then what if now the led are not actually aligning with it? They're giving their different opinions because people have different opinions, and as a leader, you lead in accordance with the opinions of the people you're leading. But now, what if I decide to be prioritizing, like you said, a leader should stand on their priority? Won't it be bringing some misunderstandings and bringing challenge? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I didn't clarify that place well. So, what I meant by prioritizing, I talked about all of us, not majority of us are students, right? So, or not even students, you are working. So, you are working. So you maybe you planned at 8, like you have your busy timetable that you are doing, right? Then the people you are leading, they're coming up with ideas. Take that scenario. They're coming up, hello, Emmanuel, or hello, Vincent. We want to do, you're supposed to be doing this now. So, will you just stop what you're doing and go to what they're telling you? Maybe you answer me that, then I try to explain to you. Hi, Marisi.
Yeah, I'm there. I will not
Yes.
actually prioritize the urgent information.
Yes. You will say, okay, I've listened to it. Just give me maybe some few minutes, then I respond to it. So you at that point you see that you're going to prioritize what you planned. Prioritize what you it is on your routine. That's what I was trying to mean that. Not that at all times. There are other times that it depends with the urgency of the issue. Is it urgent? That's where I talked about the three levels of communication. You listen to act, you listen to understand, and you listen to maybe solve problems, something like that. So there, it depends with urgency. Which example can I give you? Urgency. You are working in an office. So the bank manager comes and already you have your duties that at this I'm doing this and this. So the bank manager come, or maybe the people you are leading, you as a manager, comes with an issue. That immediately, will you not prioritize? It depends with the urgency. Maybe someone is dying or someone is sick. So those are the urgent issues that you don't need to prioritize, but you prioritize what is coming. I hope I have answered your question. Okay, Gitonda and Antanase.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
So thank you very much. I have a question, one question. So I wanted to ask how people can be a leader without a title. So can you help me to understand where?
Okay, being a leader, okay, title will be there, but the first thing that will come, it is you're taking action. Do you know what? This definition of action, it is wider. Like action meaning that you're taking the responsibility. You don't wait to be assigned that you said you are Quitonda. That Quitonda, you're supposed to do this. Okay, I don't know if I'm trying to answer your question. So Quitonda is supposed to do this. Okay? You're supposed to clean the house. Let me use a realistic example. Quitonda is supposed to clean your house. That is your
Yes,
responsibility that you're supposed to do. Okay, you are a leader, you are a class representative. Someone is coming that telling you that you are a class representative, you're supposed to collect the books. I think you as a class representative, before you apply for that position, you know what it entails. So what I mean by leadership is not a position, it is taking action. When you take action of uh, doing the thing that you're supposed to do at the right time, maybe you're that class representative, you collected books, you reported to the teacher, you ensure everything is working, not waiting to be informed or getting to be told. That's where the action that you are doing, that's where the title is coming from. I don't know if I'm answering your question. So the action comes first before the title. Yes, Joseph is a good leader because this, and therefore he is this. So title comes after the action, but we need to take action first. Thank you.
so thank you, I understand.
All right. Is there anyone who has let me up? we have filled the attendance form.
Okay. uh, before we conclude, I will just like to remind you to fill the form if you have not yet filled it. And as we just come to the end of our today's session, I will again like to appreciate and extend our heartfelt gratitude to our facilitator for delivering such an inspiring presentation. Thank you for investing your time in empowering young generation, young Africans, and contributing to the vision of young. To our participants joining from different parts of Africa, thank you for choosing to spend your evening learning and growing with us. Your active participation and your commitment are what make this network vibrant and impactful. So we encourage you to continue engaging with Young Africans Network, invite other young people to join our community and take advantage of many learning opportunities we have planned in the months ahead. So finally, please also remember the recording of our today's session will be shared in the WhatsApp group as well as in the website community. So you will have an opportunity to revisit and have time to listen to the sessions and share them with others. So on behalf of the executive leadership team of the Young Africans Network, thank you all for joining us. We wish you a wonderful evening and we look forward to seeing you at our next session. Together, let's continue building the future. No, no. Let's leave the meeting. Thank you all. Goodbye. Have a wonderful time.